Good morning, this is Marx from the Bible in 1 year. Today we're going to look at Matthew 13 from verse 23 to 43. This passage contains 3 parables that Jesus told about the kingdom of heaven. The first parable is the parable of the weeds. Jesus compares the kingdom of heaven to a man who sows good seed into his field, but an enemy, aka Satan, secretly sows weeds among the wheat. The wheat and weeds grow together until harvest. At harvest time, the weeds are gathered and burned, while the wheat is stored. Then we see Jesus explaining that the field represents the world. The good seed are the people of God's kingdom, and the weeds are the people that was influenced by the evil one, Satan. At the end of time, God will separate the righteous from the wicked, sending the wicked to eternal punishment and the righteous to his kingdom. In verse 31 to 32, we see the parable of the mustard seed. Jesus compares the kingdom of heaven to a mustard seed, the smallest of all seeds, which grows into a large tree. This illustrates how God's kingdom starts small but grows into something great and influential. Jesus also shares the parable of the yeast. He compares the kingdom of heaven to yeast that a woman mixes into flour, making the whole batch rise. This signifies how God's kingdom spreads and transforms the world, even if it starts small and unnoticed. All the parables spoken and taught by Jesus is fulfillment of prophecy. Jesus speaks in parables to fulfill the prophecy that he would reveal hidden truths about the kingdom of God. How do we apply Matthew 13 verse 24 to 43 in our lives today? Firstly, we need to trust in God's final judgment, just like in the parable of the weeds. Good and evil coexist in this world, but God will ultimately judge and separate the righteous from the wicked. Instead of being discouraged by evil, we should focus on living faithfully and trust that justice will prevail in God's timing. The parable of the mustard seed teach us that small beginnings can lead to great things. Our faith, efforts, and good deeds may seem small at first, but God can use them to create a big impact. Whether in personal growth, ministry, or helping others, we should not despise our small beginnings. We should also allow God to transform us, just like the parable of the yeast. Just as yeast affects the whole dough, God's kingdom transforms lives from the inside out. We should let His Word and Spirit work in us so we can influence the world around us for His glory. We should also learn to be patient and faithful in God's plan. Sometimes we may not see immediate results in our faith or the good we do. But just like wheat takes time to grow, God's work is unfolding. We must remain patient and trust His process. God's timing, not our timing. Thank you for listening.